Yorana, and welcome back to FM Tahiti. I'm Pelham, and we're getting to the business end of the season, really. So, I'll show you the match I played in a second. It was against Puka Puka. We actually finally beat them, which is useful. And we've got the promising piece of news in the inbox here about the promotion race heading down to the wire. So, Teitaroa are in first place. As you can see here, they've already bagged themselves a playoff place. So second spot's the playoff place. The lowest they can finish now is second. So no matter what, they'll be at the very least in the promotion relegation playoff against whoever finishes second from bottom Premiership. There are 4 games left for us to play, and they're 2 points ahead, and they've got the edge of the goal difference by 2 goals as well. But we play each other. So I've got Isla Magdalena, then Teitaroa, then Catholic and Moutons, and they've got Madre de Dios, us, Rematar and Puka Puka. Their run-in is harder than ours by the looks of it, because they've got second, us, third and sixth. Fifth is the highest for us other than Teitaroa. So assuming we don't completely mess it up and lose against Magdalena and they win, the Teitaroa match is going to be a key match. It's not going to be quite a title decider, but if we lose against Magdalena or drop points against Magdalena and they don't against Madre de Dios and then they beat us, the gap will almost certainly be too big because they're not going to drop that many more points. And it's at the Marlon Brando Park as well, so it's at Teitaroa. So that'll be interesting. So in this episode I'm going to play 2 matches. I'm going to play Isla Magdalena and then we're going to finish up with this Teitaroa clash. Like I said before, we just beat Puka Puka, and I think it was 3-1. We actually played really well deserved. It's the first time we've actually played well against Puka Puka, so I was a bit surprised. I wasn't very hopeful going into it. Spearling's been doing well in training, and apparently I've been doing well enough for the board to offer me or Rodrigo an extension the contract. Nothing amazing, but it means at least we get to stay here. Semi-assistant to this one. So, yeah, we're almost there. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because I think we are going to get ourselves a playoff place. We're 1 point away from sealing a playoff place for us as well. So I know at the end of the season, no matter what, we've got that to look forward to, unless we somehow lose all of our matches. We would have to lose all of our matches now not to get that playoff place at the very least. Hoping to get our youth players back. I'm letting them play in the youth team as well. So it does mean we occasionally go up with them missing. Wallace scored 5 goals in one of the under-23 matches, which was interesting. So maybe bring Wallace on. Who can we take off for Wallace? Clerk. Or Chisholm? No. Dubois. Dubois can play for Chisholm. Let's do it that way. So we might bring Wallace on, seeing as Chisholm's injured. We don't want to risk him when we can let him rest, maybe heal up in time for the actual Teitaroa match. I'm hopeful. So Isla Magdalena then a 4-4-1-1. Always seems. What's that for? Always seems to be the formation we struggle against. Puka Puka normally play that as well. Although we did beat them last time. I just think it's because their target man wasn't particularly on form. We should keep an eye on a Teitaroa match as well. Just getting pushed further and further back by their defence. And then we make a mistake. I don't know how this match is going to go. As long as Teitaroa don't win theirs, a draw would be okay here for us as well. It's just we can't drop points and not have Teitaroa drop points as well. Interesting sliding tackle there. Oh, what a move! Dubois being selfish there and putting Naran through. And well, doing a lot of the work. God, yeah, just taking out Williamson there. One of their players, Koulibaly, I did try and sign as well because he was a good defensive midfielder. It would have been good for us in that ball-winning position. But he wanted about £250 per week. So again, we just avoided that, which is probably good because we're about £28,000 in the red now. Could really do with the end of season prize money to try and get us back up to a positive balance, but less negative. Just about cleared. And because we're getting towards the end of the season, a lot of the regional cups have finished. I won't tell you who the winners are just yet, because I'll do that in a recap right at the end. But it does mean there are some teams now who've got their first lot of silverware, so zoomed in there, didn't they, at the near post? Nobody picked him up. I mean, someone should have done. The 5 again? Salaberry. Could get taken off. There's Bolt. Bolt is waiting, as is Anderweg. Oh, Williamson. 7th goal. I think Henderson would have been at about 10 or something by now if he hadn't been so horribly injured. He's been out for a while as Henderson. But Williamson stepped up. He's just not quite as big a presence in the box. He got that one, but he doesn't get many of them. He's normally just sniffing around for mistakes. Right, Isla Magdalena, they've got 2 stands, I think. They've got this end one, another one, which is a bit different from some of the other stadiums. Teitaroa drawing. This is just what we need, for them to drop points and for us to win. Oh, good ball by Williamson. Naran just took far too long. You need to take that first time rather than pissing about with it. Interesting corner routine. Not the one I wanted them to do. Obviously this score's not good use for Union Rimatara. They were 3rd. So if it stays as it is, then they get nothing this season. They don't get to get in the playoffs, we do. So at the very least, we're harming our rivals right now. It's not enough that we succeed, everyone else should fail as well. That's what we're going for. Some interesting keeping. Everything stays as it is. This will make confidence Williamson did. Case Wallace is coming on. If it stays as it is, this means the Teitaroa match will be really tense. It was going to be tense anyway, it's just a different kind of tense, I guess. If we win, it likely means that there'll be a change in goal difference that favours us and we'll be 3 points ahead. Puts a bit more pressure on them. Whereas if they win, they're 3 points ahead and their goal difference gets even bigger. A bit harder for us. Well, this does okay. But that wasn't a terrible idea, and it was just knee-jerk substitution just because Williamson didn't react well to that talk. Did just take the goal scorer off at half time. Completely knee-jerk reaction. Madre de Dios. Yes, Mother of God. Oh, this is exactly what we need. Becca and Gope Iwate. So they're 2-0 down. That is good. That is good. Because it also means the goal difference is taking a bit of a hit. It all helps right now. Right, let's bring on Douglas for Richards to give him a rest. And wait for Manuel to give him a rest also. Their fitness up ever so slightly. Just got to hold on. Keep these two scores the way they are. I almost want to change our tactically. Let's just shut up shop a little bit. Turn these into no nonsense. Defensive winger. Pull everyone back a little bit. The last 10 minutes. Awesome. It's a rocket. I don't have to worry now about being too defensive, I don't think. Just shut up shop completely and we'll be alright. On a 9.1 for his brace. When I said, don't remember him doing much else other than score, but that's all we needed. Salaberry. Go on, Douglas. Tenacious. Okay, lost it twice, but at least he got it back once. He's a bit tiny compared to everyone else. There we go. I think we might survive the last 10 minutes. Teitaroa still losing. Don't think they're going to turn it over now with 5 minutes left. Is the kind of thing champions would do. So if they don't do it, does that automatically mean they're not champion material? Go on, Dubois, get another goal. A little bit bad for Dubois. He was obviously banging them in for Murtani. Pushed him across. He's been playing mainly from the bench and he's got 1 goal, 2 goals, can't remember now. He's not played terribly, he's just not been given a chance to run riot. He was brought in to try and replace, well not replace, but cover for Chisholm, whilst he was, one of his many hamstring tears. But just as he arrived, Chisholm recovered and then the matches got more spread out, so there's a bit more time to recover. So he's not had as much in the way of opportunity. But he got an assist today. It's not bad by any means. I think I feel relatively happy with the strike force we've got. We've essentially got 5 players. Dubois, Chisholm, Wallace, Williamson and Henderson if he ever recovers from his injury. That was a terrible finish by Roy. And there we go, 3-1. Just get to the point where we can confirm the Teitaroa scores 2-0. So I'm going to pause there and come back for the Teitaroa match. We're now 1 point ahead of them. So I completely got my maths wrong there about what the actual situation was going to be, but that's fine. I got it wrong in a way that benefits us. So we'll be back in just a few seconds. Okay, we're back. We're ready. It's technically the biggest game of the Humpbacks' entire history that they've ever had. I mean, I know it's the first season, so it's not a hard thing to kind of reach. But it's our biggest game. We're against Teitaroa. We're first. Let's have a look at the league. Nothing's changed really since I showed you last time, but just as a reminder, we're on 51 points. They're on 50. A draw is fine. A win would be amazing. A loss is always bad, but we could still recover if we lose. It's not the end of the world. We just need them to drop points then. So we've got them next. One thing. See if I can find the news article. There we go. So we've got various awards in the leagues, and in the Premiership and the Championship, there's something called the Rookie of the Year. So basically, this is the youth award. I think 20 or 21 years old is the cap for this. And Mark McIntyre, our right back, is potentially in the running for it. Although Parissa is the front runner for this. So 20 appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 overall average. McIntyre, 25 appearances, but 6.99 average. So you might get pipped to it, but I'd choose him. So we got Teitaroa. We're against the Reefers. We're at the Marlon Brando Park. They've got 419 tickets sold out of 500, so there's plenty here. It looks like it's going to be a 4-4-2 against 4-4-2. My scout recommended we put Anderveg on to combat their off-the-ball movement. Now my scout's pretty rubbish. I'm gonna trust him. This could be a canny piece of advice, so I'm gonna give him the benefit. Chisholm's gonna come on for Dubois. Dubois is gonna go off the bench instead of Wallace. So I think this is the time for our young striker. At least determined. It's not his time to shine. Darren's injured, so we've got to bring him off. That should be it. Spearling's going to start, and then Leclerc can always come in for him if Spearling kind of crumbles. But there we go. This is it. A little tense. If we lose this, then we're going to have to start paying a lot more attention to who's likely to be our playoff opponent. Like I say, it's not all over if we lose this. We'd only then be 2 points behind them. See, they've got 2 stands as well. Maybe I wasn't zoomed back far enough in all the other stadiums to see this. Maybe we've got 2 instead of just one big one. Yeah, so not much going on right now. Interesting to see how the playoff goes as well. But whoever gets in there, whether it's us or them. It's a slightly harder route in. At least it makes it competitive, rather than just having 2 up, 2 down. Also, we've got a couple of teams in the OCL, so the Oceanic Champions League from the Championship. Ooh, that's not good. Ignore the OCL, we're not going to be involved in it for a while if this is what's going to go on. It's that rebound, isn't it? So the ball goes in and then... just needed to be better. Basically, just needs to be better at getting to that second ball. Okay. 23 minutes. There's time. Spearling's apprehensive, Chisholm is nervous, Thomas is nervous, Richards is anxious. Team's falling apart psychologically. Had 1 shot. Maybe we should have just set up to draw. That would have been wise. It's probably a bit too late now. Now we've got to attack him at some point. And not in a very eventful half. Chisholm's been anonymous, as is Williamson, to be fair. Like, there's nobody here who's stood out because we've not had 4 highlights. 1 was them scoring, the other 3 are people getting yellow cards. That kind of game. It's gutting so far. Okay, let's see if we tell them this. So people are motivated. Motivated's good. Okay. Let's just give them a chance. Give them 15 minutes. 60th minute, 65th minute, then we can make some changes if these guys don't do anything. Says McIntyre, our shout for Rookie of the Year. Chisholm finally gets it. Oh, this is just from the kickoff. This isn't going to be anything, is it? It's not going to be anything. Stop running. Spearling basically just kicked him. Didn't even get a card. Good work, Spearling. Go around kicking more people. Okay. Dubois could be a shout. Come on, as could Leclerc and Waite. They're all reasonably attacking substitutions. We're shooting towards our fans as well now. Go on, Williamson. Just too much. Williamson's not the fastest. Well, he's not got good acceleration on him, I don't think. At least it doesn't feel like that in the match engine. It takes him a little bit of time to get up to any kind of speed. Chisholm's got the acceleration. Oh, really? Just kicked him in the back of the leg. Okay. What to do now? Spearling's not good enough in the centre of midfield to work on this on his own. Okay, Leclerc can come in. Spearling will put forward support. There, support. Just some more in the middle. So a bit asymmetric. Yeah. 10-15 minutes will bring Manuel off for weight because he's the free kick specialist, and that might be the only way we can get anything from this. He still only had 2 shots. The ball's getting hammered. Oh, that's poor keeping. He was beaten too easily. That was easy. Just watching the title disappear bit by bit. Naran's going to get a full 2-week fine if I can. Oh. Everything's going wrong. This could not be a worse collapse. Is there any point bringing substitutes on at this point? I don't even know. I didn't think this match was going to have to be some kind of damage limitation exercise. I assumed we'd at least be competitive. It's going to be another one. Every time they shoot now, it looks like it's nailed on for a goal. Let's bring weight on anyway. Get a goal back or something. Bring Dubois on at like 75 minutes. Rest Chisholm and maybe he'll score in another match. He's not going to score in this one. Spearling. Someone through. Do something. Be the local hero we need. I mean, all the players are actually local apart from Leclerc and Dubois, and Salaberry. Go on. I think Spearling was getting more involved then, so in that kind of pocket role, actually, that kind of works for him. one of the things I might do for next season, whether we go up or not, is think about a slight change to the tactics based on the players we've got. Because, for example, if Spearling's not really doing it in that box-to-box role, maybe when we're playing him, or is it Lee, who's the other attacking midfielder, or even Leclerc, maybe we need someone in that sort of pocket role. We could still have two strikers, and maybe we'll go for some kind of weird diamond. I say weird diamond, a wide diamond, rather than weird. At least feel weird, because I don't normally play diamonds. Yeah. Oh, no. I wonder if I can fine everybody. Can I fine everyone? That might destroy morale. I mean, this has probably destroyed morale. It's destroyed mine. We have the man from Del Monte rather than Del Monte. He says, oh, I was going to bring Dubois, wasn't I? All the good it's going to do. Go on, Dubois. Get yourself a double hat trick and we'll be okay. See, at this stage, not only can I not see Teitaroa dropping points, but I can see us dropping points. We've got 2 games left after this. We need to win them both, and we need them to at least drop points in one match. And then that's just if we want to go on to goal difference, potentially. I do love this, though. It's more tense than us just completely smashing them, I guess. Goal kick. Of course it was. They outshot us 3-1 in the end. It's not the most telling stats. The shots might be terrible, but all their shots were decent. Yeah, not happy. Dubois looks stressed because he only came on for the last bit, but I'm not going to mollycoddle him separately after that. Are they going to get a day off as a result? Unfair. Potentially cost us the title. Idiot. He's not good enough for me to care about whether he's upset. So, on that sad, sad note, we'll probably end. We are currently second, 2 games to go, 2 points behind. There's no way for us now to directly control our own fate. We're going to have to win our own matches and hope for the best elsewhere. Thanks very much for watching this disappointing match. We got no revenge against Teitaroa. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next episode where we'll find out our date.